All right, class, today we're going to show you how to freehand drawing the face, drawing the head and the hands. I didn't get to the feet, but I'll probably put it in the next video. So let's start off with this. Okay, so what you're going to do here is, let me show you. So this is the assignment that we have for Wednesday. Now what you're going to do is you have to use a unit of measure, whichever unit of measure. In the case, I got the length of the eye. So you can see here, here's one. So essentially what I did was make this one. That's my unit of measure. So I needed to get the parameters. Remember that? So what I did was I got this right here, one. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is over here. So I got the width. Now I got to get the height, and you start off. I started off in the middle right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, 2, and 3. So it's 6. So it's 5 across, 6 high. The length, the height, I mean, and the length is 5. So okay. So what do we do from here? Well, remember what we did last time. You got to come up with a unit of measure of your own. But remember, it has to fit on the paper though. So remember, it has to fit 5 across and 6 high. So I made my unit of measure. And here's something I did, guys. Something some of you might not know this, but I'm going to explain it to you. A lot of people, whenever you draw the eyes, people always fear like, how do I make the height of the eye? Like from the top to the bottom, like the eyeball, like from here to here, it's actually half of the eye. So the eye, and then you get the half, that's literally from the top to the bottom. Now, obviously some people have smaller eyes, thinner eyes, some have bigger eyes. It varies, but for the most part, it's that way. So if you look at here, I put the measurements on there. And as I said, this is the one you guys are making for your assignment. So just follow the directions that I'm giving you, and you should be good, at least on this end. All right, so what I did was it said it goes across 1. The height is half. So half from here to here is there. So it's half of an eye. Now the eyeball, the iris itself, this right here, the eyeball itself. Well, not the iris, the eyeball. It's a third of this. So this right here, from here to here, is a third of this. It's all measurements, guys. It's really simple. All right, so with that said, we move on to, this ends up looking like this. Now, here's another trick that I do. Once I get the eyes, I always go after the eyes first because it's the easiest one. Once you capture the eyes, it doesn't matter. You can capture the likeness of anybody. Why? Because think about it this way. Whenever you see celebrities and they have their face covered and the top covered, but you see the eyes, they're recognizable. There you go. That is the point of this. If you get the eyes first, if you get them right, the rest will fall into place. All right. So what do I do here? Well, I do this. I'm going to do the nose now. So how do I get the measurements of the nose? So essentially all I did was just make lines down. Lines so I could figure out the parameters of the nose, the length. And so what I did was I do this, I do the other eye, and then I get this. So once I get both of the eyes, that's the best part of you. As I said, you got the best part. They're looking similar. All right, so then what do we do next? Once again, I do the line down here, here, over here. On my other paper, I did do the line over here. So now you know where stuff is at. And then I do it on here. Now I know right here, it looks like she's looking like the Joker. But believe me, the reason their lines are there is because it's going to allow me to know where the shadows are going to do. So they're just there. In other words, once I start actually shading, those lines will disappear. In other words, these dark, harsh lines, these lines right here, will tend to disappear into the volume of the face. So in other words, they'll go into the contours and stuff like that. But right now, because it looks flat, there is no shadows, no shading, no nothing. It looks weird. It looks like the Joker. But once you do that, once you start adding the shadows and this and that over here, then it starts looking more like the face. I like the face around. So in other words, you start seeing like it's the depth of it. So that really is the main thing. And I wasn't going to shade it or anything. I just wanted to show you the proportions, the shades and the shadows and stuff like that. Once you get the proportions, remember the main thing about this, you got to get the proportions first and then you shade, because if not, you're going to end up screwing yourself. So remember, always get the proportions first and then you start filling it in and shading in. And once you do that, it's much easier to work with. Now, the next thing with the hands, here's the hands. The hands is really simple. All I used the unit of measure was from here to here, the thumb. So one thumb is this way, 2 thumbs, 3 thumbs. Then the height, one thumb here, and then another thumb goes all the way down to over here. Simple. And so I did this, and believe it or not, this was less than, say, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I did this. These are simple. These are once you start getting the hang of this stuff, guys, it's really simple. The one it did take me a while was this one, because I hadn't done something like this in a while. So it took me maybe 10 minutes. So it did take me, I guess, a while for me, maybe not for you guys. Well, maybe more a while for you, not for me. Either way, yeah. So you have any questions, let me know. And that is it.